is Tua. Just gonna see if there's any more people that's gonna come. Just stalling for more people. I see some, I think I see some missing people. Let me see. I don't see Callie. Callie was here last time. Emperor, Sincere. I wonder if it's too late for them. I'll give it like another 5 minutes. No, but in college I'm taking fundamentals of art. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good place to start. Is it whatchamacalled? Sometimes I always try to sign up for classes, but my counselor always said the classes were full. Rip. Where I feel like they're going to different chats. Where? Hold on. General. Are we going to the general chat? No. Check this out. Soundboards activity. I was just playing the new Digimon, practicing my art. Oh, okay. So I wasn't ignoring you, Mercy. My bad. I was in the wrong chat, man. That's cool. And I didn't even know Digimon makes games. I thought there was only a show. I didn't even know there was a Digimon game. My homework was nice to do. Nice. I was self-taught. I always tried to sign up for classes, but my counselor always said the classes were full. Man, that sucks. I would like to, but I've never found any accessible formal classes. You never there's no like art schools or uh community colleges as art classes by you? Also not an art college, but I take a lot of art classes for my major. Oh, that's cool. There's a bunch of Digimon games. They're coming out with a new one on the way as well. Huh. Okay, I want to bump the boat. Which one like do you think is better, Pokemon or Digimon? There's only one right answer.
Listen.
Oop, oop. I live in the woods in the middle of nowhere, so online is the best option. Oh, I'm happy. You live in the woods in the middle of nowhere? How are you getting internet? Also, Digimon's better. I am so sorry. That is the wrong answer. That is the wrong What? Okay. You know what? To be fair, I'm just hating because I just don't. Me personally, I don't even like their designs. I feel like the designs. Or maybe 'cause I started out with Pokemon, like more of an emotional attachment. Starlink satellite. Oh, okay. Starlight satellite. Internet. I only know Pokemon. Okay. Grew up with both, but still I remember like watching like an episode, but I don't know. It always felt like I don't even know what came first, but Digimon always like felt like knockoff Pokemon, but I think Digimon might have came first, huh? Stuff like this. Let me see. So in all this chop. Yeah, nothing, Gigi. We're just like stalling for time. Cause I see some people, Emperor's here, Bolted Heart. We haven't started anything yet. We're just talking about Digimon and stuff and Pokemon. I only got into Digimon recently, just playing the games. Digimon has better games. Pokemon is a better card game, though. Really? I actually no. With Legend ZA coming out, yeah, I haven't played a Digimon game, but Pokemon games have been pretty bad lately.
Okay. And I gotta go take a poop. I gotta go to class where they started. I gotta be looking at my phone right now.
Oh,
No,
how do I do
I'm
that?
on mute.
How do I edit that more?
Welcome.
And I'll mute, mute. Uh, Hey Gigi, could you mute yourself real quick? Sorry about that. Oh no, I did it. And now. Okay, there it is. Cool. Oh my god, I'm just playing the game, better games, better games. So yeah, I agree on the. I think I agree on the games. What I was saying. I think I'm gonna start in like 2 minutes. Start at like 4:11 to 11. Oh, I think most of the people. Let me see. Mercy silence. Okay. Yeah, most of the people that are here. I forgot how many. I'll take a screenshot next today, but I think we had like 20 people last time. But everyone that Jericho, hello. Were you here last time? Cool. But yeah, so shout out Mercy, shout out Silent Soldier, shout out Sincere, shout out Emperor, shout out Callie, shout out Moro, shout out Gigi, shout out Kiri, shout out Gabby, and shout out Jay. Um, shout out to you guys for doing your assignments. And if I missed anyone, state your name. Okay. Alrighty. I think we're gonna start now, guys. Um, welcome back to the drawing classes. Um, today we're gonna be talking about 3D shape, and we're gonna just so I can make it condense it a little bit. We're gonna go a little bit into proportion as well. Um, does how is everyone on proportion? Because proportion goes a little bit when it comes to drawing people, it's probably going to end up going towards the anatomy side. I kind of wanted to save that till next week, but honestly, now more now than ever, can you guys send to the art submission chat like a drawing of a person you did? I just want to see like where everyone's at as far as proportions, because what we're going to talk about is definitely going to help out with that. It's the enemy for me. Yeah. Yeah, proportions can get tricky, especially I would say it depends on what I'm drawing. What do you mean by that, Carrie? Like what things do you have trouble with the proportions with? Is it a specific like body? Is it body part? Is it animals? Is it machines? Proportions too. Okay, Callie Everett. Oh, okay. Okay, I see this, but I'll use in reference. Callie, I see yours. Let me see. Oh my God. Silent. That's actually pretty decent. Um, that's pretty decent actually. Silent. Callie, you have. It seems like you're using your shapes, but you got to work on your fluidity with your shapes and morphing and squishing and squashing. You're using too many basic shapes. I think you're just stuck on the basic stage tip. But this is I like your whatchamacallit. What is it called? Why am I blanking? Oh yeah, you sent me this last time, Mercy. What is it called? Your framing of your your piece. There's another word. I'll get back to it. I just gotta think of it. It's in the back of my head. You sent me this, Mercy, when you sent me your assignment. This is a hard pose. I don't know. Hold on. Can you guys see what I'm looking at? Because I want you guys to be able to look. And if you don't want your art to be looked at, you don't have to send it because I'm gonna be looking at it with everyone. So let me just go to my screen. And can you guys see? Can you guys see what I'm looking at? Change stream. Let me see. Yeah, you guys can see it. Okay, cool. Okay, Emperor, I like that. Doo-doo-doo. How that right there. Okay, this isn't bad, Moro. That's pretty good. Do you guys have any full body ones? Does anyone have? I see a few. Like, Mercy gave me a good full body one, and this is in perspective. Um, so I can really. Okay, Mercy. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Happy Halloween, Jericho. I was using a ref on this one. Okay. So yeah, proportion is definitely going to be a thing. Proportion slash anatomy. What I'm going to be talking about today, it's just going to be more how it's not going to be much. It's going to be more emphasis on 3D shape, but I will go over it a little bit because proportion kind of gets into anatomy a little bit, especially when it comes to the human form. Tua. Tua. That's not bad. Let me see. Yeah, it's not bad. I use a model and clip like a 3D model. Some in my old book, but don't know where it is. Okay. J. Figure drawing will definitely help this one. Practicing figure drawing. But the arms are a bit kind of long on this one. Yeah, they're kind of like a little bit too long for this pose. This one, Mercy. Honestly, generally, I feel like a lot of you guys are better at proportion than you let on. Honestly, you guys, I feel like it's more of a shape thing than your proportions with a lot of you guys. It's shape and anatomy because some of you guys, your guys' drawing, some of them they're like a little bit stiff, because you guys are using more inorganic shapes. It's heavily referenced. Oh, reference isn't bad, Silent Soldier. Everyone references, so that honestly, being able to do this from that reference is actually pretty good. That you it's so it honestly, you being able to replicate it from the reference shows you're able to put your mind to your paper. You're able to look at it. I'm just curious. You're able to look at it and then put it on paper. I'm just curious on how you construct. Like, how is that process? Did you draw it? Like, did you draw it like the silhouette more? Did you draw the silhouette or did you draw the shapes out? Kind of picking your brain on how you replicated that reference onto a piece of paper. Oh, the contour. Oh, okay. That's not bad either. Honestly, if you can do that, um, without things getting all wonky, you're actually a really talented drawer if you can do just the contour. Because the thing is, when a lot of people do that, when they draw from the contour, it's extremely easy for the proportion to get all wonky and stuff like that. So you have a good um hand-eye coordination for that and a good eye for proportion automatically just from you being able to do that. Okay. All right. Well, moving on. I'm just gonna turn on this video real quick that I uploaded. Nope, nope, no, not that. Oh, no, that's crazy. Hold on. Okay, cool. Ready? Alrighty. So here in this video, what I'm basically doing is I'm just drawing like a bunch of 3D shapes. Um, these shapes are really important for you to know, like squares, cylinders. I feel like most of you guys have heard this before. It's really important for you guys to know and be able to like replicate these shapes in different angles. So you guys can, whatchamacallit, I like, I don't know, like being able to know and learn these 3D forms, it helps you break down more complicated shapes and stuff. And once you understand 3D shapes, like for example, I just drew this like little stair. This stair, the staircase shape right here. But honestly, all this shape is right here is a cube with a piece taken out of it, you know? And once you understand like what these these shapes, like what type of space they take up, you can add and subtract to them to make more complex forms. So that's why it's important to learn these forms. And I'm going to give you guys some exercises to practice them, rotate them, squish and squash them, and stuff like that. How are you guys on? How are you guys on understanding the 3D form? Oh, let me go to the chat. Go. I'm okay, but I do over and over again. But can you apply those shapes to everything? Can you like just can you apply it to if you put like an arm to a box, would that help you? Because that's what I was talking about. These 3D forms, if you put like for example, if you take that box and you put a head in it, would it help you draw that head at like a 3/4 view just from you like looking at that box? You know, would you be able to draw a 3/4 head? Feel like I have a solid understanding of 3D. I sometimes I can do sometimes I can't. I feel like that means you need more practice. Not bad, but I have room to improve. Ooh, yeah, no. Not everything, but some things. I could use boxes and cylinders to make something that resembles a body, but I may struggle transferring it to an actual complete drawing. Okay. But putting pen to paper on, it goes. Pff. Okay, I see. Yeah, no, I can draw a 3/4 view, but not with. I need practice. I have no idea. Well, I guess if I could see a head and a side perspective, I could try. Hmm. I think what it is you guys also have to understand said planes of an object when you draw it. Um, I think that's what it is. You guys don't fully understand because I think that's another thing we're gonna have to talk about is planes. But I didn't prepare that today. Honestly, I'm thinking because I'm a little bit. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little bit underprepared today. Um, I have 2 videos up, but I don't have all my stuff in order. So I'm thinking of maybe having a class Saturday. But yeah, I think w- what it is the planes. Like for example, if you're drawing a head, you know, you guys don't fully understand how the planes match up with the planes of a cube, if that makes sense. Because cube shapes like cubes and 3D forms like that, they do help visualize, but that's if you understand how um the planes work on the object. If you that it only works if you can break down the planes of the object that you're trying to draw, like the face, for example. Um, but that's like a whole other breakdown. I don't know, but I guess I'll try make practice. Okay. Speed this up a bit. Right here, I'm just showing you guys an example of how um, these. I'm drawing the contour right now, but it's very boxy. I should have drew it using more angular shapes, like broke it down a bit more. But you can see right here, um, I drew a line across. It's made up of basically just boxes. This car that I'm drawing right here. You can see a little box. If you draw two lines from this corner to this corner and that corner to this corner, you can see that's made of a box. This whole top portion right here from this line right here where my mouse is, hold on, where my mouse is to these windows all the way to this end is basically just a trapezoid shape, 3D shape in perspective. And this back part right here is just a little square. And then you have your little wheels, turned into I forgot what the 3D. It's not a sphere because it's flat on the on two of the faces, but these little wheels right here, you can see all the 3D shapes in play right now. And then right here, we got a base. Like these are some examples of using 3D shapes. This is bakery right here. If hold on, whatchamacallit. You have if I drew a line from this part, curve it, you'd have yourself a cylinder. Same thing right here. And this is pretty much the human form right here. This is what I was talking about putting 3D using 3D forms to put stuff like to make the human form and put it in a box into certain perspectives. Being able to put the human form in a box because it will show that you'll be able to have it'll help you like put things into perspective and get the proportions right on that, if that makes sense. I feel I'm about to put it in a box right now. Any questions on that specifically? Let's see. Which isn't bad, Mercy. Honestly, the more steps you can skip while you're drawing, the better. Because I don't really draw like this either. But I guess for study, I'll draw like this. Like if I'm looking at a reference, I'll study it. My personal pieces, like I said, I don't really draw like this. I like kind of I have like a weird shorthand when I draw a lot of things. I usually end up drawing the contour for a lot of my poses. If I'm doing like whatchamacallit, like a very twisted and extended pose, but we'll get into that when we talk about gesture drawing and stuff like that. I do use a lot of shapes, but they're very organic shapes. They're not really any organic shapes like that that I'm using right here. I think I saw something like this before. Yeah, a lot of people talk about this. You can find videos all over the internet about people putting the human form in the box. Um, it's a very basic things when people talk about learning 3D shapes. Um, it's because it's so you can visualize. You can use the 3D shapes to visualize things in space and how things take up space. I thought what you meant I do that. I just don't do that at all the way because I end up getting confused on what I'm tracing. Oh, okay. I see. The contour? Like when I draw the contour, um, if I'm doing my personal piece, um, yeah, guys, we gotta definitely get this live soon. These classes live soon instead of videos. But when I draw things, uh when I draw the contour when I'm just doing my own personal piece, I'm just sketching and stuff. I don't really use shapes. I kind of have like a good actually I can just show you guys. Hold on 1 second. I have like a good idea for my anatomy. Like I have a good grasp on it. So just bear with me 1 second. I'm gonna show you guys an example. Not from me, but from someone I like to draw. Where is it? Subscriptions. Where are they? Where are they? No, not them. Not them. Not them. Subscription. Oh no, right here. So this guy that I watch right here, I kind of draw the same way. He uses shapes, but they're not. They're more organic, and sometimes he does just go straight in with the. Okay, let me see if I can find an example. No, he's kind of at the end of this one. Sketches. Yeah, see, like I kind of do things like that where I kind of just map up the whole body in like one big shape. When I'm drawing certain poses and things like that. I don't really use every I don't separate the body into different shape. I'll do it for the limbs, but as far as my torso and the waist and the head, I don't really use like two different shapes. I'll use one shape and I'll like even the legs, even with the legs and the arms, I don't even really separate the joints. I don't draw a line to separate the joints. I kind of draw them as one shape. Like right here, this is kind of like a check mark shape. I don't really break down the body that much anymore. I used to. I don't really do it anymore, and I'll show you guys. I'll show you guys. I'll try to be more active in the Discord, but this feels a bit like gesture, but not a lot. What do you mean? I mean, actually that is kind of gesture. That's what that is. Honestly, we're kind of like getting ahead of it. Honestly, I probably should probably talk. I don't know. We'll see. But uh, yeah, this is pretty much gesturing. That's where you kind of want to get to, where you're not using so many rigid shapes, because it is good. Like I said, it is good to learn the shapes and stuff like that. But you don't want to. I don't want to say you don't want to rely on them because you do want to use those shapes. You don't want to use them rigidly. You don't want to be like so headstrong on using certain shapes. You want to be able to squish and squash your shapes, which I'm going to get into right now because squishing and squashing your shapes really helps with anatomy, and mapping out your anatomy, drawing your anatomy, and drawing gesture. So I'll go back to one of the other videos right here that I have up that I made. Let me see. Where is it? I think it's this one right here. Yeah, right here is where I was talking about squish and squash. See, and right here, what I'm showing you is I drew a regular 2D square, and this is that same square just folded, you know. I was thinking it like a piece of paper, and that's what you want to be able to do um with a lot of your shapes. And right here we have a cylinder that's just bent. That's just bent and elongated, you know. It's the same shape, just more organic, you know, because you're gonna see shapes more like this in nature. You know, you're not gonna see these perfect shapes out in nature all the time. Maybe a tree trunk. A tree trunk, yeah. But not even that. Even then, a tree trunk is going to be more like this, you know. See, and that's exactly why we're learning the 3D shapes and stuff, because these 3D shapes, they're gonna help you with this perspective. And honestly, I'm thinking if people are available on Saturday, I want to prepare like how on Saturday how these 3D shapes, how you can use them to lock in your perspective. I actually have a homework assignment that will probably help you. I want you guys to like I don't want like anatomically correct things. I want you guys to take shapes and build things with those shapes. You know, without altering, just use straight shapes and nothing else. That's what I'm think I'm gonna have you guys do. But anyways, I don't mind doing it. Yeah, I just struggle. I want to learn how to draw anatomy and one day imagination, which you can get to by constantly drawing these shapes. Because, like I said, once you get these shapes down in your head, you know, it's going to be easier for you to draw things from imagination. I see perfect shapes unless you draw robots. Yeah, exactly. But robots are close to humans, you know. The only thing that makes them not look like humans is because they're so rigid. But that's why I want like drawing those shapes, building the form from those shapes. They'll help you imagine um and be able to put things in perspective and squish and squash the human form. Same extra learning for the assignment. We can draw anything, right? Um, yeah, just anything, but I'd like you to guys to whatchamacallit, to use only 3D shapes. Like use only squares. Sorry, use only cubes, cylinders. Um, honestly, any 3D form you can think of, as long as it's 3D. I'll send shapes you guys can use. But as long as it's 3D, I want you guys to build forms with that. You guys can get as creative as you want. You can just make random things, like make even more complex shapes with those 3D shapes. But I'm thinking that's what I'm gonna have you guys do. Let's see. I was playing. How do you do a head with 3D shapes? Honestly, that will be up to you. What I would do is, like I said, like what I'm trying to get you guys to do is, for example, me, I would just draw the head. I would represent it as like a cube for today, and then on top, on the bottom of that cube, I'll draw a little cylinder, and for the chest, I would draw another little whatchamacalled, another like little cube box shape. And for the you can just in between the stomach and the pelvis, you can draw a little spinal column as a cylinder, and then draw a little like half circle box shape for the cylinder. I'll send a picture in the chat because I know this is confusing the way I'm explaining it. And then the legs and the limbs as like cylinders and stuff. Yeah, trust me, it's gonna be cool. It'll help you understand like, and if you can, If you can, try to make poses in perspective. Like try to put those whatever if you're drawing a human form. If you're doing that, if you want to be like a go-getter and try to draw a human form from 3D shapes, um try to put it in perspective if you can. So we're not drawing the human form exact. We're drawing like robots basically, I guess, like how whatchamacallit, who said that? Yeah, we're drawing robots like Mercy said. I want you guys to try to draw robots because like I said, it'll help you. I want you guys to and try to do it from your imagination. I want you to like do it from your imagination. Try to do that all week. Do it from your imagination. Use these shapes to make little robots. Should we do it without reference? Do do two without reference and two with reference. And if that's a lot, because I know everyone's busy, do one and one. One with reference, one without reference. But if you can, two with reference and two without reference. And I will put mine in chat with you guys. I'll do that. I'll do one too, because I don't want to just preach and not do, you know. Should we post assignment in submissions and tag you or DM them? If you want feedback, DM them to me. If you want but if not, just put it in you can just tag me in the chat. But if you want feedback, just DM me if you want feedback. Yeah, kind of need a visual example, and I'll start to drawing. Okay. I will definitely work on that for you guys tonight. I know I said last time, I'll post it in the chat, the curriculum in the chat. Like I said, I'm still working on things. It's just I'm juggling a lot of things right now, but I will work on that tonight, and I'll work on a visual for you guys as well tonight. I will do that. Yeah, I know it's yeah, I got you guys. I'll do that for you. Would you guys want me to do would you want me to record me doing it for you guys as an example, or do you want pictures, more pictures of what I'm describing? Yes, please. So does that mean both? Or are you more leaning towards the video? I'll say whatever is easiest for you. Honestly, like, yeah, the video and the photo isn't too hard. You know, I just gotta set up. I'm just trying to do what's best for you guys. You know, what's easier for you guys to learn. Even though to be honest, you guys are I feel kind of like I honestly kind of want to go into more more deeper stuff because like I feel like you guys are um pretty talented people. Um but yeah, I think I'm using this time more for you guys to more really lock in on the fundamentals. But I see some of your guys' drawings and I feel like and I kind of want to see your guys' process. To be honest, to be honest, I think I don't even want you guys to do that. If it is possible for me to properly gauge like how you guys draw and how I can teach you guys, I think I kind of want this week. I think I kind of want to see your guys' process. I think I kind of want to see you guys record your drawings if possible and send me of a full body, a full body drawing. And I want to see your process and see how you guys draw normally or like how you guys break things down in your head. So how you break it down in your head, draw it on a piece of paper. And I think I'll save this assignment for next week, what I just described, because I just want to see if what I'm teaching right now is completely necessary. You know, because like I said, with silent, what you sent me earlier, it kind of you seem kind of like there's some people that are like more advanced um than others, but at the same time though, some of you guys might be tracing, which isn't bad by the way. Some of you guys might be tracing, some of you guys might be doing a grid, some of you guys might be doing contours. I just want to see how you guys are drawing what you're drawing. I just don't fully understand how you guys are, you know? That makes sense. I just want to see what's the best way to do it. Cause me personally, I feel like if you're not, I feel like there's a right way to learn how to draw coming up. You know, some people can get away with not doing certain things than others, but I feel like to the bottom of it, there's a certain way. But I just want to see like you guys' process so I can gauge how to break down this stuff for you guys. I refuse to trace. It's not bad to trace. Yes, it's not bad to trace. I could try to record myself. Yes, I want you guys, like I said, I think I'll save what I previously said for next week or for Saturday. I'll roll it on to Saturday, the assignment on Saturday, and then it'll be due like on the following Saturday. These these like robot drawings. But I generally just want to see your guys' process, and you guys can not any you can draw anything you want, but make sure it's in full body, if that makes sense. Make sure it's in full body. If you do, you can do from imagination or from reference, but I'd prefer on this one no tracing, because I want to see how you guys break it down in your head and how you break it down yourself, you know. To be honest, I only started tracing because I just got into digital art like a month ago, but I draw on my phone and with my fingers. Oh, okay, that's not bad. Do you want to see recent drawings or old ones? Because I can send speed paint for the old. Already, I would like to see what you can currently do right now. What you can currently do. Yeah, I just want to see. Yeah, exactly. Just right now. So if I'm willing to be more lenient, on this one because I get it. Like recording can be kind of hard for some people. Easier for the digital people, a lot easier, harder for the traditional people. But yeah, I'd prefer if you guys could record your process currently. Only start generally insane and finger artists scare me. Yeah, finger artists are freaking nuts. I'm a traditional artist. Well, yeah, the stuff I sent, no, that was like the first time. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Uh, let me see. Let me see. Look at the artist chat real quick. Art submissions. Kiri. Of an old one? Yeah, you can do that. Like I said, anything you want, as long as it's like a current, like your like a new recording. Nothing old. I just want to see your guys' processes now. So I think that's what your guys' homework assignment is I'm gonna make for this like 6-7 day period. Something about art makes it easy for my monkey brain to try. Yeah, art is awesome. This is me drawing from my time. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's dope. That is a really dope robot. And you said this is me drawing from eye to page. Okay. Okay. Well, like I said, I want to see how you guys that's actually pretty good, GG. But like I said, I'm gonna want videos, if possible. Speed videos. Oh man, how am I gonna do this? It's gonna be hard for some of you guys because I generally want to see your process. Honestly, if you guys can't do a video, um, if you can take pictures step by step on how you draw stuff, that's probably gonna be a hard thing to do for a lot of you guys too. Maybe, possibly. I just don't like calling out which step you're gonna take your picture. But I really want to see how you guys break down your figures, like I said. No, not like a slideshow. You know how you have a step one, step two, step three. Um, is it 60-second time lapse? Yeah, that's cool. Honestly, it doesn't have to be like a 5 minute thing. It can be like a fast one. Something I can pause, start, pause, stop. See how you guys are actually drawing your your pieces. Because me personally, I kind of want you guys to start drawing. If you're not already doing it, I kind of want you guys to start drawing from shapes and 3D forms because for a lot of you guys, I think a lot of your guys' goal is to draw from imagination. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Um, and tracing is good to learn, like starting out, but I want to be bold and say like with my chest that you won't be able to draw from imagination if you're only drawing the contours and you don't understand how to break down something and add things to your visual library. Because the shapes are just for studying. The shapes are for studying and practicing. And it help like these breakdowns. If you use these shapes to break down your references, it'll add to your visual library and help you draw from imagination from there. You're like, oh, okay, I can draw a horse now because I just broke it down into like 3 boxes. You know, oh, silent soldier, frowny face. Why are you sad? Don't be sad. Contour. Oh, I get you. I get you. I get you. Like I said, contour. If you can do that from contour, you're pretty talented. But to build your visual library, like I said, I think it'll only aid you. You don't have to stop drawing from contour. I'm not saying that. You don't have to stop. You just don't worry. I'll try to do boxes I wish to improve. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't like you guys don't have to add this to your regular drawing process, but when you practice, it's good to use these forms when you practice to break down what you're looking at so your brain can be like, oh, okay, you know, your brain correlates certain objects with certain shapes, and you can in turn store that in your brain. And when you go to draw something of your own from your imagination, from your own creativity, you can utilize that information and it'll help you um draw from imagination. Contour, exactly. Contour is like the outer line of an object that makes up the object. Like a circle. If you drew a circle, that's a contour. The outside line of that circle. If that makes sense. Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much the contour. Like the outer line. If I didn't understand. No, 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 no. GG. I kind of changed it up. Like I said, I want you guys to draw whatever you want, because now I just want to see your process to see how are you guys are drawing. So draw whatever you want, however you want it, however you usually want. So if you draw from contour, draw from contour. If you as long as it's not tracing, um, because like I just want to see how you guys break down your drawings, how you break down your references. So now I just want to see like send me a video of uh how you draw, if that makes sense. So I can then uh know how to like approach you guys as far as like teach you guys things, how I can aid you guys. Yeah, basically, yeah, Mercy. Exactly that. The contour is that line that a lot of people would trace, and then what a lot of people do is after they trace the contour, they kind of fill in the details on the inside, if they don't trace the details on the inside too. What do you mean, like, what do you mean by that? How short? Oh, how short do you want the video? If you can time lapse it, that would be great. It doesn't have to be anything long. You can time lapse it. There's no specific length on that, Carrie. There's no length requirements. If your time lapse is 30 seconds, cool, I don't mind that. If your time lapse is like 5 minutes, I don't mind that either. Like I said, the most important thing is I see how you guys are breaking down your forms, which you can break it down any way you like as long as it's not tracing. Because I want to see how how your brains process a reference image, or how your brain draws something from imagination. I don't know how to do none of that. No, that's okay. That's okay, Emperor. Like, if you don't know how to do it, like, just give it your best shot. Because I swear, if you give it your best shot, I will be able to help you. From there, I will be able to help you. I'll be able to give you all the advice you need, anything you need. I'm gonna learn a lot. I'm learning about you guys from this assignment. I'm learning about you guys and how your guys' brain works when it comes to art. It's a completely different process for me. I just wing it from reference, to be honest. Oh, okay. Like, what do you mean by wing it, Mercy? What do you mean by wing it? Like, is it kind of like you just draw the contour, or like you just pick one spot and you draw from there, or because there has to be some process to you winging it on the reference drawing. Like, there has to be some way or does it differ from depending on the pose? How do you draw it? Like, I freehand until it looks right, and I copy the head layer and use heads to measure body size. Curious. Ah, okay. I like how you said that, because using the heads to measure the body is a thing that people would do for proportion. So that already tells me um how you're breaking down, like, which is good, and you should keep doing that, by the way. I still want to see your process video, but that told me a lot right there, that you're using heads to measure out the proportions, which is a good thing. But yeah, so I feel like drawing from so how do you draw from imagination? Do you still use shapes too? Or how do you do that, Mercy? Both heavy reference contour. Most time, imagination leads to incomplete drawings, but if they end up being complete, it's because they use shapes. Okay, so I feel like you have it backwards. It's still good to use shapes from imagination, but this is what I'm trying to like hammer into you guys. Using shapes to draw from reference is gonna like I feel like it's gonna help you guys improve like very fast, because it gives your brain something to latch onto and reference in your head. Like, if you draw, for example, if you're drawing, um, let me see, like, say you grab a gun reference, right? If you grab a gun reference, it's pretty much two boxes. Um, one box for the handle, one box for the barrel of the gun, and you can use cylinders for the chambers. You're gonna associate that gun with those 3D shapes. So when you go to draw it from imagination, you can pretty much fill in the details the rest of the way. That makes sense. I can show examples of the both. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, that's what the homework is for, Mercy. Like I said, send me your guys' videos of how you guys draw. You can do it from reference or imagination. Um, but yeah, that's what I prefer. I don't break nothing down or use shapes. I just see what like an ad drawing. That's honestly like a lot of you guys who say that draw from the contour. I remember when I grew up when I was growing up, because I drew my whole life, but I started self teaching myself like 5 years ago. But when I was in like grade school, I started drawing Naruto, and a lot of the Naruto characters I would draw, I would end up pretty much just drawing from uh like I wouldn't use any shapes. I would just draw it line by line, if that makes sense. I didn't use to break anything down. But what made me improve was when I started like taking art seriously and I started self-teaching myself, what made me improve a lot was using shapes. But yeah. So yeah, so for the homework assignment for this 6, 7 day period, I would like you guys to send me a video of a full body. It's like no torso shots, no butt shots, no just face shots. I want a full body because it'll tell the full body tells me a lot. It tells me how good your anatomy is, how good your anatomy is, how good your proportion is, how good your how good you are at breaking down the form once you draw like the whole body. So I'm gonna have you guys do that. Um, and yeah, I don't care how you guys do it, just send me a video of your process doing that. I'm gonna wait for you guys. I see a bunch of you guys typing. What time is the class on Saturday? Okay, yeah, that's what I was going to get into next. Can you draw the character looking up at you? Yeah, you can draw it in perspective. You can draw it as long as it's full. Honestly, try not to make it too extreme expected perspective. Don't make it too extreme in perspective, like a super bird's eye view or a super worm's eye view. Try to stay away from that because then I feel like you can like easily cheat and take advantage with that. Just try to do like a pretty neutral pose. You can do any pose as long as it's not in a super foreshortened pose. Let me just warn you, I can't draw feet. That is a-okay. Feet and hands is an extremely hard thing to draw. Saturday, I'm off that day, so that's why I kind of want to do an extra class. I'll be more prepared. I was gonna ask you guys what is good for everyone because not everyone is of the same schedule. It's probably harder for some Saturday to make it. I'm debating. I'm free all day Saturday, so you guys can name a time and I'll be cool with that. I'm free all day Saturday. I'm off Thursday, Friday, Mercy. Okay. Mercy Thursdays and Fridays. Mercy on Thursday, if it's okay, I'm down to have like a solo session for you for like 30 minutes if you can't make Saturday with the time. We're still talking about the time, but I understand if you can't make Saturday. Oh, Cyrus. I'm good to go after 12, so Kiri, I'll list that. Kiri 12. She's good. It's been so long since I've drawn a full. I'm gonna just let you know it's going to look interesting. Okay, Emperor. No worries. No worries, dog. I'm off all day Saturday as well. Wilted. All day Saturday. All day. Okay. GG Black. Yes. GG. Is there a time like you can't on a Saturday? You say you're free on Saturday, but is there like any time blocks specifically? Or is it you're free all Saturday? I'm gonna be working Saturday. Jay, okay, Jay's working Saturday. What time do you work till, Jay, if you don't mind me asking? I'm free Saturday. Okay, Cyrus. No worries, Cyrus. Just to make this announcement, Saturday classes is probably most likely not gonna be a normal thing. It's more if I felt like because like I said, I've been running around too. So if I felt like I've been underprepared and things like that, I want to elaborate on more things in a uh more linear more linear way that makes sense. I'll probably host a Saturday class. 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. Okay. 12 p.m., 6 a.m. You have work. So maybe somehow and what what where do you live, Jay? You don't mind me asking because I gotta take in considering your time zone too. Nope, free all day. Okay, she's free all the day. I'm not free Saturday, but I'll try and show up. Callie, let me know. You can private DM me. We could talk about it too, because I do want to make it. Did I miss today's session? For the most part, yeah. Uh, you did miss a lot of it. Right now, we're talking about but we didn't really go over much. We got like sidetracked because I was underprepared. That's my fault. We just basically talked about shapes and 3D forms and how I think it's important for you guys to learn it. But I think we're gonna elaborate that more on that on Saturday, Cyrus. So no, if you're free Saturday, if we're gonna be talking about that too. 5 on Saturday, so anytime before then. Emperor, anytime before 5. Before 5. Okay, and EST Eastern Standard Time. So I'm on the West Coast, so um yeah, I'm down to wake up early on a Saturday. Okay, darn. Yeah, I'm free. Okay, you're free Saturday? Cool. Don't worry, Cyrus. We didn't really go over much. We did see a video that I made, but it was kind of like unlinear and it can be the way I explained it was incoherent. So I'm gonna be elaborating more on Saturday. Yes, I will do that. To a yeah, yeah. Yeah, so you can check the recording wherever it's posted. Emperor Central. Oh man. So Emperor Central. So I'm gonna have to work on that tonight. Thank you, Pacific Daylight Time. I think California time. Well, oh, okay, California time. I'm California time too, Cyrus. EST, West Virginia. Okay. West Virginia. So it seems like most likely we're going to be having this class most likely in the morning Eastern Standard Time. So I'm gonna try to. Ooh, man, us Californians are probably gonna be waking up early, but I'll try to make it a nice middle ground. You know what? Actually, why don't I can just do it in 2 time slots on Saturday. I'm free all day, so I can do two classes that day. Um, One will probably be for more the Eastern Standard people. So I'm willing to do 2 classes that day. It's going to be taught. Both those classes are going to be the same thing. So you don't have to do two of those classes just so we can, you know, include everyone. Because I'll be free all day Saturday, so I'll be sitting at home most of the day. I'm Central Time, Florida, GG Central, Florida. Okay. Jane Morrow, what are you going to say? Morrow's Eastern Standard Time, Ohio. Ohio. I think this is the most I've talked about time zones in my life. Yeah, is Florida Central Time? That makes sense. I believe it. Kiri EST. And you're free, Kiri, you said you're free anytime after 12? After 12 p.m. Okay. I gotta take that into account. Um, Eastern Standard. I was about to say, I think so. It's 7:07 right now. Okay, so you are 2 hours ahead. Central, about 2 hours ahead of us. Because right now in California, for me, it is 5:08. It's 5:08 right now. Right after this ends. Any other overnight workers here? I'm Eastern Standard, but my schedule is backwards because I go to work right after this ends. Yes, after 12 because I work 7 in the morning. Okay. WA. What? What's WA? That's a time zone? Oh, Washington. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I was like, wait. Sorry, I'm a bit stupid. Washington. God damn it. Bruh. Okay, cool. Alrighty, so is that everyone? I feel like everyone said something about their time zone. I'll be taking note of that, and most likely, I'll make an announcement, but I think we'll probably have like 1 or 2 classes, so everyone can get in, because I want everyone to get in on that, you know, everyone to have a chance. But yeah, alrighty then. Well, everyone understands the assignment, yeah? Yeah. I'm gonna prefer you guys have it due by this Saturday class. So this Saturday class, have it due by then. I believe yes. Yep. Yes. The shape person. No, 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 no. Mercy, we're not doing the shape person anymore. Like I said, you can break down the body. It's basically like a freestyle assignment. Draw, the only rules being make it a full body. You can do it from reference or imagination, um and record it and send it to me. Send me your drawing process. Break it down however you want. You can use shapes, you can use contour, as long as it's not tracing. Yep, copy that. Yep, yes, yes, cool. And it's a very complex thing, so I'll make sure I'll put it in the chat, in the what is that, the assignments chat. I need to use that. I really do need to use that, so I'll put it in tonight. Okay, okay, okay. Alrighty, I don't have any questions, so I think I'm gonna end it here for today. Um, yeah, I hope you guys have a good night or evening, and be ready for Saturday class. And I'll post the time. Uh, I'll post the time for Saturday later on this week, in the middle of the week. Alrighty. Good night, Callie. Good night, Mercy. Good night, Jericho.